basically they're able to change the configuration of notifications, but it doesn't say anything about user needing to be there. So user interaction is needed for this one, but that means that someone could be within your vicinity and make changes without you doing anything to your phone. Without you having to interact with your device, they were able to do something with your notifications. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jimmy, and as of the recording of this video, it is January 9th in the afternoon, and Samsung just pushed off the latest software update for the Samsung Galaxy S24 series, the Galaxy Z Flip 6, and also the Galaxy Z Fold 6, where more phones will soon follow. So this one was released actually today, January 9th of 2025. So this is the very first update of the year for all of these devices, and it does give us that security patch of January 1st of 2025. So I got this one downloaded. Now we just have to get it installed, but pretty much the size for the Fold 6 is 519 megabytes. Again, the January 1st security patch. The version ends in AXLF, and if you own a Flip 6, it should be the same name, or it could be slightly different. Even the size could be slightly different. If you own the Galaxy S24 series, again, also could be slightly different. I think the size is somewhere in the 400s, so it's slightly smaller. So what we'll do is we will get this thing installed. Then what we'll do is we'll take a look at a few applications and services, because Samsung doesn't give us too much information of what was updated other than what was done on the back end, which we'll actually take a look at that here at the very end of this video, because I'm going to share with you why this update here is important and why it's always important to do those monthly updates. But it's at this point in the video that I like to state that if you're brand new here at the channel Jimmy is Primo, you appreciate these tips, tricks, tutorials, and the latest information on your Samsung Galaxy devices, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the bell for notifications so you get notified for all future videos. So the update is done and complete, and because Samsung doesn't give too much information in the changelog, I'm still going to look around to see if there's any newer versions of anything, because I always usually like to find them as they are sometimes hidden. So the Samsung Home before the update was 15.5.05.31. Looks like the exact same version there, so no new version of Samsung Home. We'll take a look at the camera before the update. It was 14.1.01.66, so 14.1.01.66, so no new version there. We'll also take a look at Samsung Gallery, see if there's a new version there. This one before the update was 15.5.024, so the exact same version there. I also took a look at the Samsung Secure folder just to see if there's anything sitting there. Before the update was 1.9.20.42, so the exact same version, so no new version there. And then for fun, we'll head over into the Samsung Health application just to see if there's a newer version there. So before the update, it was 6.28.5.005. So the exact same version. So when it comes down to any Samsung applications and services, from the surface level that I looked, no brand new versions. But again, most of this is just really this stuff over here, which we'll still cover in just a second. So with that done, I want to take a look at the Galaxy Store. I already updated everything before this update just to see if there's anything sitting here. So it looks like no new versions after an update. But again, sometimes they actually put them sitting inside of there instead of actually putting it inside of the monthly update. Now, instead of going inside of the Google Play System update, for some reason, this one's kind of paused when it tries to do the update there. So I'm stuck on October 1st of 2024 for some reason. Let me know if you guys have ran into that issue. I'll probably have to play around with the Google Play System updates on that phone. For some reason, it's the only one that doesn't want to actually download the update. So now on to the most important part of this video here, because I wasn't able to find newer versions of applications or services. I wasn't able to find newer features because there was no new versions of those applications. This one's mostly strictly just everything on the back end of the security of your phone, and this is where it gets super important. And we're going to actually read what they are doing with these fixes. So this is for January of 2025. This is the first time I was able to actually read details for the January security patch because it wasn't listed a couple days ago. So as you scroll down, what you'll see is these first portions here is all from Google. So these are the Google patches. And from Google, you are getting 5 that are critical and then 24 that are high, and none of them are moderate. Now, right here, it states that Samsung provided 22 vulnerabilities and exposures in terms of patches and fixes, but it states 22, but I was only able to count down and read out 13 of them. So at least 13 of the 22, we were given details of what was done with this patch. Also, too, when you take a look at some of these, some of them are high and some are moderate. So there's actually 8 of them that are high and 5 that are moderate. So this is where it gets super important to do your monthly updates literally every single month, because some of these would have to have a user interaction required to trigger this vulnerability. So sometimes there would have to be physical attackers to execute fast boot command. So they would actually have to physically hold on to your phone in order for this little hack to kind of happen, or this vulnerability. Also too, one of these could just be local attackers. So this one could actually read arbitrary memory. Again, user interaction is required for triggering this vulnerability, which means someone local, means anybody within your vicinity can actually attack and read your memory. Down over here, it is physical attackers, which means somebody would have to hold on to your phone or plug your phone in to actually get it done. And then again, you would have to kind of interact with it for it to actually be done. So again, this one was also user interaction is required. User interaction is required for this one. This one is again another local one. And then scrolling up just a little bit more, you'll be able to see a few more. This one is like local attackers. So again, within your vicinity, the configuration of notifications. So basically they're able to change the configuration of notifications, but it doesn't say anything about user needing to be there. So user interaction is needed for this one, but that means that someone could be within your vicinity and make changes without you doing anything to your phone, without you having to interact with your device. They were able to do something with your notifications. So this one right up over here. So this one is again another local privilege. So someone that is close to get test key. Again, this was another local one to cause memory corruption. So again, both of these ones right here has nothing to do with user interaction as required. So they can, allows local privilege attackers to cause memory corruption, privileged attackers to get test key, and there's nothing that you have to do or interact with. So you have no idea that they were able to do any of these issues here, these vulnerabilities, because you don't have to interact with your phone in order for it to, be finished. So pretty much this is why it is very important to update your phone every single month. Again, some of these you have to have user interaction in order for it to actually be triggered for the vulnerability to actually go through. And some of these you don't have to at all. So this is why it's very important to do your monthly updates every single month. Sometimes people don't want to do updates because they think it might cause problems, when really, if you don't do an update, that'll actually cause problems, because then what'll happen is then now people can actually hack into your phone, either physically by holding it, or if they're just within the vicinity to actually do something. And it doesn't even have to have your user interaction for it to actually even go through. They can do it without you knowing, going into corrupting your memory, reading your memory, changing up notifications, getting your test keys, a whole bunch of stuff. So this is why it's very important to do your update every single month. But hopefully you guys have appreciated this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.